21 questions, and we're live. I am your host, ICIE Music. If you want to follow anything I'm doing, make sure you check me out. We're back here now, Thursday. This is almost the middle of, come up to the middle of November. But we are here back again in your ear again. 21 questions with Delvene Pitt. It's going to be a good one. Afrocentric, say, in the building. How you doing? I am your host, IC. If you want to follow anything that I'm doing, my at is in your comment section. It's ICIE Music. And this is 21 Questions. Welcome if you've never ever joined us. It's great to have you. This is the Sit Downs live Instagram segment where we get guests on. We unpack their story. What is it like behind the scenes to be these people? And what does it take for them to attain success? And so we've had some amazing conversations, and we really, really recommend. Click the link in our bio. We've got so many, up to 30 episodes that you can just peruse through, whether it's on YouTube, your podcast, Apple Music, Spotify. You can go back and check all these conversations we've had. ZZ Mills, Ramel London, William Adewasi, Irene Abington, Eddie Caddy, who else have we had? Bobby Kasanga, Sway Safo. So many conversations. Make sure you click the link in our bio if you've never ever joined us before, and just check out these wonderful conversations that we've been having. Yes. And today we're going to be meeting with Delvene Pitt, an amazing puppeteer with an amazing business, doing amazing things for young children. And we're going to just find out a bit behind the scenes, what it takes to do what she does. I really like her story, and we're going to unpack the jewels and the gems. I'm going to choke out here. As we usually do, give us an emoji in your comment section of how you're feeling right here, right now. What's the time? It's 9:33. 9:33 on lockdown Thursday. Give me an emoji. Let's see how you're feeling right now. Let me put mine in there. This is my emoji. I'm quite tired, but always willing to do the sit down of 21 questions. Exhausted today though. Olufemi, how you doing, man? In the comment section, give me an emoji and let me know how you're feeling. 2 more minutes and then we'll get cracking. Mm-hmm. 21 questions. Delvene Pitt. Olufemi, how you doing today, man? Let me know. All right, well, we got Tyrone in the building. Without further ado, you said you're tired, but it's been productive past couple of days. I hear you. Without further ado, I want to honour your lot's time, and you come here on time. I want to honour that. So we're going to get straight into it. We're going to invite Delvene on. Again, this is 21 questions. If you've never, ever, ever been on this platform, we welcome you. And we welcome you to stay every Thursday, 9 o'clock. Today we started a bit late because I had a fireworks display at my neighbours, and they invited me, so I had to oblige. But you are welcome here every Thursday, 9 p.m, when we have a different guest every week. So without further ado, no more talking, let's get straight into it. Delvene, we're coming to you. Let's see. Delvene, let me know, do you want to do it through Little Crowns or you want to do it through your name? Whatever suits you. And what does that say, Delvene? ID. Puppet Master Ventriloquist. JK in the building. Olufemi, JK, and Becky. These are my my loyalists. They're always here, man. So welcome, guys. Thank you always for joining us. All right, let's go into it. All right, Delvene, we coming to you on the Little Crowns.
Hi.
What's up? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you well. That's good. Oh, cool. How have you been?
I'm good.
Obviously, it's been a minute and a minute and a minute and a half.
I'm exhausted too, so this is going to be a long night, as you can tell. I'm like, oh my goodness, I've got no makeup on, nothing, but this is the real.
You're fine. You're fine, yeah. What was today like? Being the lockdown Thursday.
Lockdown Thursday. So like, I also look after kids, so that's what my day was like. I look after two.
Jeez. How many do you look after?
At the moment, I'm looking after two.
Okay. And whereabouts are you based?
I live in Croydon, but
Okay.
I'm staying in Hampstead. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. So with Croydon, how many planes do you have to take?
Planes?
Yeah, to get to Croydon.
There's one train, okay? One train. I'm always cussing people because people are always like, Croydon's so far, Croydon this, Croydon that. That's far.
I heard you need a passport to go to Croydon.
Please.
You don't. Where do I live? Oh gosh, I don't live in London. Let's just put it like that.
Oh, okay, so you got things to say about.
Oh gosh. Well,
on my my other page, you know, I'm like, should I go on?
Do you want to go on that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do that.
Yeah. We'll swap.
All right.
Change over.
All right, cool. Welcome if you're just joining us. 21 questions. Whose skin is glowing? JK, is my skin glowing? Safe. It's mine. But yes, welcome to 21 questions. We are here with Delvene Pitt today. It's going to be amazing. Escala's in the building. Oh, how are you doing? So we're just going to switch over to Delvene's other account. Let's go live there. Escala, long time, man. Cool. I want you to really do this because I remember back in the day when we did Jesus My Logo, and you helped me out with that. But it was just great to see you doing what you're doing, and just the space that you're occupying. Like, it's such a rare space, and it's not really highlighted. People don't really talk about it, but you're doing amazing things in that space, and I thought, let's shine the light on that. Let's let people know the amazing things that you're doing. So you are on 21 questions. This is how it works. You're going to have up to 21 questions, and you've got one pass card, only one pass card. So if there's a question you do not want to answer, you can use your pass card. However, it means you won't get your prize. Now,
what prize? I didn't know there was a Is there a good prize?
Yeah, amen. So we're going to start you off with the quick fire round. These are quick questions. Don't even think about them. Just answer them, okay?
Hands are sweating.
Good, I'm glad. So let's get your timer up. Okay, your timer is up. Okay, you ready?
No.
What is Delvene most proud of? What are you most proud of?
Proud world of, I guess, starting a business and kind of just like going for it, and like traveling and just starting a business and going for it. There we go.
Starting for a business and going for it. Great. What is your favourite voice to do out of all the characters that you have?
I guess I love doing Samantha. I think she's just such an innocent character, and I really enjoy playing her. Yeah.
Is Samantha there?
Yeah.
Can I say hello? This is gonna be so weird.
My goodness, I even knew you were gonna do this. Isn't this the quick fire round?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it after. Oh my, this is weird.
You say.
What is the biggest misconception about puppetry, of the industry of puppetry?
I think that everyone in there is like, I would say everyone in there is weird, but
oh wow.
when I being in the puppet industry is kind of, do you know what? People think it's a lot easier than it actually is. That's, I would say, a lot of people you just talk to puppets, but it's actually really.
If you won £8 million today, tonight, what would you do with it?
I'll probably invest a lot into my community.
Yeah.
A thing to say, buy a house. I need to buy a house, but also like try to invest it back into like buying some properties in Jamaica as well.
Okay. Jamaica. Great. What's the greatest piece of advice you've received?
Oh. I don't know.
Something that really just kept you going when you needed it the most.
I think just to not give up. Yeah. Keep and just keep being me. Yes, Rasta.
Never give up. Keep being me. I love that.
Down.
What's your greatest fear?
I'm quite clumsy, so I guess I'll just falling over in on stage or in public. That's probably I'm terrified. It's not my greatest fear. I don't know. Like, I think maybe just doing something really embarrassing. I think. Yeah.
That's fine if that happens. What's your lockdown cheat meal?
I like. I do like obviously a Nando's. Can't go wrong with that. I'm trying to think of the things I've ordered on Deliveroo recently. Oh, Wingstop in Croydon now.
Ooh.
I've had it twice. So,
I've never had Wingstop. I've never ever had Wingstop.
Haven't you?
Is it actually nice though? It just looks like barbecue sauce that's put on chicken wings.
No, it's the flavour of barbecue sauce.
Okay.
And it's not only barbecue sauce. You got your little honey sauce, lemon pepper, you got all sorts going on. So it's wonderful.
I might have to take a flight there. Okay, cool.
Flight?
Who is someone you miss the most? One person you miss the most from New York?
Oh. No one.
We're going to get into this.
Okay, cool.
I had a feeling you'd say no one. Okay.
I'm back for a reason.
What do you think fascinates people the most about ventriloquism?
I think because most people end up being so engaged with the puppet that they don't realise it's actually, me talking.
It's so true. Yeah, it's so true. What did you want to be in your childhood?
Funny enough, like a children's TV presenter.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually wanted to do it, so.
You know what? You occupy a rare kind of atmosphere where what you wanted to be as a child is what you're doing like now. So be proud of that, man. Be so proud of that. What is the one thing you're going to do when anti-corona leaves? Just is stopped and it's done and finished.
I'm probably going to start doing my live sessions again, but have it on a much bigger scale. So have bigger performances. So I'm trying that online platform to make it bigger and better.
Nice, awesome. You made it through.
Oh my gosh!
Grab some water. That nerve-wracking.
Yeah. It's the pressure.
The pressure. Oh, no pressure, no pressure. All right, so you've done your quick fire round. That was just a light touch. That was light work. We're going to dive in right now. Hope you've done yours. So let me do that again. Okay, you're up. Cool. So let's go into it. So you, in like, for those who haven't known about you or know what you do, in a quick elevator pitch, give us an idea of who you are and what you do.
Terrible at telling myself. So my name's Delvene, aka Del, and I'm a puppeteer, ventriloquist, and I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm also like a content creator, but like kids content creator. So write like songs and like create music and different things for children under the age of 7. Yeah, and I run a company called Little Crowns Storyhouse.
Yes, Little Crowns Storyhouse. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Guys, make sure you check out Little Crowns Storyhouse afterwards. Even if you don't have children yourself, there might be nieces, nephews, or whatever that want to be interested in just watching something different.
Most people that are watching, most people are like, oh my gosh, I love myself. I love.
Oh, they like watching it themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. You love children, like most people love cartoons and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's true. I watch it all day. CBBS. So now that you do, I mean, the fact that you do this job and this kind of role, and this is your business, your business is very front facing. Like you are almost the star of the show. But as a child, you were very, very shy. So what made you so shy, and how did you kind of get out of that?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I actually had selective mute. So meaning that when I think I came out of it when I was 5 or 6, around 6. And literally, my mum would tell me all the time that I just wouldn't talk to anybody, that I didn't like. But like in nursery, apparently they thought that I just couldn't talk at all. It was interesting. They'll ask me a question. And the thing is, yeah, things like nowadays, those things would have probably been looked at like, okay, what's wrong with her? What's going on? And but back then, it's like Jamaicans were like, oh, just leave her. Put it on tear. Yeah, and I think by the time I was a teenager, I just thought to myself, I'm over it. I don't want to be shy. Like, there's nothing wrong with being shy, of course, but for me personally, I just didn't see the benefit of just not talking and not just going for it. And of course, I still have elements of that. I'm an extrovert, but I do have, obviously, everyone has elements of just being introverted and just wanting to like have their own time and have their own space. But I just felt like, you know what, I just need to just forget what people think and just go for it. And then it kind of changed from the age of about 14, 15 from there. Yeah.
Do you know what was anything in particular that triggered it?
I feel like there was. I think I remember it was actually more in college, and I had a tutor, and I think because I was so shy, I used to kind of follow a lot of other people, and I never used my own voice. But then a teacher said to me, you need to stop doing that. You're actually a lot smarter than you think and a lot more creative than you might think. So you need to stop following these people because they're leading you down the wrong path. Wow. And I don't know why, but that just him talking to me, it just clicked. And I decided to just stop kind of being friends with them. And then I ended up going to university, and it all just kind of came out from there. And then,
Have you ever been able to meet that teacher that said that?
No, I haven't. His name was Craig. But no, I haven't seen him since. So
that's deep. It's just deep, it's deep how they can you can say one thing and that's enough to like set you on a whole different path. Because if you kind of stayed on that trajectory, I doubt you would have, started this and what you've got now and the children that you're affecting. So big up Craig wherever you are. Hopefully
wherever you are, Craig.
Tell me about the training ground you had to kind of go through, because you moved into acting and drama. You went to identity school at the time. How instrumental was acting as a training ground for what you do now?
I would say a lot of the training, what I did now was before acting. So,
Okay.
you know, I studied production in uni. And a lot of what I've done now has suddenly aligned itself. So I studied production, and then I was like, I don't want to be behind the camera anymore. I don't know why, but for some reason after studying production, I was like, I can actually be in front of the camera. Like, why am I hiding
Yeah.
behind the camera? Like, this is crazy. So then through that, I went to drama school, went to Identity, and obviously that opened. I was a complete beginner in acting. I grew up shy, introverted, didn't want to talk to anyone, and then I was suddenly exposed to this acting world, and I was around all these extroverts, and it was great. Identity was also an amazing start because at the time when I went, I didn't realize that so many people were like massive. So like, I think John was in my
yeah.
like loads of people that are massive now were all there. So it was just like a great foundation. And then yes, so I'm losing my train of thought. So then and obviously going to drama school in New York, that was another experience, kind of having to kind of fend for yourself and work for yourself and do everything for yourself. I then realized it's all aligned. So then studying production, going to drama school, and also I done puppetry in my church when I was a teenager. So I don't know how Little Crowns has just suddenly become this merge of
all those things.
Yeah. And even the fact that I had selective mute back in the day, using puppetry has helped parents communicate with their children who might also be struggling with communication too. So it's just really, really, really interesting how it's just all aligned and all merged into one. Yeah.
So do parents learn how to do it as well in your workshops?
Not really, but like I think I kind of have given them the idea of, it works. Like my child that doesn't speak seems to be reacting through the puppets, and then they might be like, oh, I bought a puppet today, and it really getting that feedback is always awesome. So eventually I would love to provide training for parents on how to communicate with kids that might be struggling as well.
Yeah. Would you ever I don't know, sell your own range of puppets?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
So yeah. 100%. Going to New York, like when I was watching a lot of your interviews from before.
Oh wow.
And when you talk about New York, you always seemed to it didn't seem like it was as glamorous as it would have been expected to be, and it didn't seem like the experience was what you wanted it to be. What happened in New York that really put you off that experience?
The thing is, I'm so grateful for New York. I think New York, I definitely wouldn't have been where I am today. It was definitely worth going. And through New York, so I want to say the good things first. It was through that I decided that. So I done drama classes with the school. They had I went to Stella Adler Studio of Acting, and within the school they had an outreach program. So we got to do prisons, underprivileged schools in like the Bronx, and that experience in itself was absolutely like amazing, life-changing in a way. Like to go into a school where there's like metal detectors and stuff like that, I was just like, and there was a time when I went to Rikers Island, and there was a time
was that through Red as well?
Yeah, like literally
oranges and black. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with Red. Yeah, you really did that, shouldn't you?
we got it.
Yeah, so even with Red, so from Orange to Black, so we done a program there where we taught prisoners drama.
Yeah.
And, so through that's when I started telling stories, and I started making puppets, and then I thought, okay, this seems like a good idea. And when I came back to London, I decided to kind of carry that on as a business. Always miss out certain details. So where was I?
So you said that that was the good part of it. But what was?
I was like, wait, what's it? But the bad part of New York is I was just constantly like never settled, or never happy. So then that kind of like caused, I don't know, people, it's a long story, but basically I had to even take someone to court. That's how like I was a true American when I was there. Like, I won, obviously. That's why I'm happy to share it with everybody. But then that level of like seriousness it was when I was over there. And I was just like, I'm not living like this in London. Like, why am I here? Like, it was crazy.
Okay, you're doing a very good job at ice skating at the moment. So you're skating on the edge, but you're not skating on the ice. What was it about New York? Remember, you got your pass card. You do have your pass card.
No, I think it was just like, it was just always a struggle. So when I was at drama school 5 days a week, and then I worked in a restaurant during the weekends, and I worked, I done like an evening drama school class, and I was working in the daytime, so I didn't have any time for myself. And when I was telling this to people were just like, yeah, that's New York. That's
okay.
And it was just like constantly on the go. And then I was just like, I can't live like this anymore. So I got really, when I was over there, because of the stress I was under. And when I came back, I said this to someone today, like, when I came back to London, I went to the GP straight away because I was sick. And they're like, you're not sick. You're stressed. And you're also suffering from depression. And I was like, me? Smiley old face. And I was at the time, but I was holding it in and I was putting on a complete front. But I was, and there was so much kind of mentally going on with me that I just, I'm glad to be back. It's a relief being back anyway.
That's nuts, because people always do refer to New York as the city that never sleeps, and the grind. And we talk about the grind and the hustle in London, but that is 100 times worse over there. But you don't really think of, because it's almost like you're stepping into a moving train, and you don't think of the after effects of stepping into that moving train when you've been going 30 miles per hour, and then you step into the moving train of 100 miles per hour. Would you then say, when you came back to London, was there kind of like a decision that you had made in your mind that whatever I'm going to do, there has to be peace, and it has to be kind of calm?
Oh, 1000%, because as you said, I was constantly moving. It was like, go. And I felt terrible because everyone in London, they were like, oh my gosh, you're in New York, great things. I don't feel like I'm doing great things. I'm really down.
Wow.
And it was almost like that pressure that I had to stay in New York because of the expectation that people had of me, like, oh, she's in New York and she's going to prison, she's teaching kids drama, and she's going to be. I was like, I'm not happy though. So in the end, I put my happiness first, and whatever I do it's as you said, at peace and at calm and full. But
it's for you. What would you say makes you happy about working with children or even serving children?
I guess it's something that I'm like naturally good at, and I've gone through a lot of career changes throughout my adult life. But then when I started working, like, as I said, I also work as a nanny. But when I started doing that, it was something I was just naturally good at. And then starting doing storytelling, people just was really like giving me great feedback, which I'd never really had in my adult life. So it's just been great using my natural skill and benefiting from that as well. Yeah.
Do you find it much of a stretch, or it's just natural?
Yeah, I don't find it difficult. Oh, some people are like, oh, I'll sit the kids all down. And I was just like, oh, like, it's fine. They're annoying, but like, I was like, that's fine. I like games and activities and stuff like that to just keep them constantly.
Do you still have a love for acting? Is
Oh
there
yeah,
still that itch there?
yeah.
Still?
But
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've stopped acting.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I don't. Everyone always says that, are you going to go back to doing acting? I'm like, oh,
I
I just
am actually every day.
still, like, I get the camera out and I'm in character, and yeah, still feel like I'm acting 100%.
Was there a role that you really enjoyed taking on when you were doing a lot of productions in New York?
I enjoy playing the kind of like um, powerful roles in a way. I don't know why I was kind of being casted as that. Like, a lot of people saw me as like the maternal role, but then a powerful maternal role. But I do feel like as an actress, I just look a bit too young to be casted as that. But then I always enjoy playing those roles.
Yeah.
Trying to think of an example. Even someone like Red from Orange is the New Black, someone like that is someone who I would enjoy.
Oh yeah. Nice. I saw some pictures of it was like just it was the pictures of you performing, and you just looked, obviously because you're here, smiley, and you know and with little crowns, bubbly. But these ones, you looked serious and
Yeah.
really in character, and I love that because it just shows your range and the different things you're able to pull on as an actor. And just like you said, the acting hasn't stopped. It's just you're in a character right now and you're playing that character in that role. Love it. Everybody that's joined us so far, welcome to 21 Questions with Delvene Pitt. We got Little Crowns Storyhouse. We are just exploring the story so far, and it's wonderful. So far, you have not used your pass card, even though you could have.
I know.
But you're doing good. Tell me about the 21st of July, 2018.
What did I do on the 21st of July? I feel like it's a date that I should remember. It's a date I should remember. That's when I started the business, right?
Yeah.
That's when I started Little Crowns.
What made you take that leap? Because it's really stepping into the unknown, and what did you take, and how did it feel?
Yeah, that day me and my friend named Afia, she's helped me out quite a lot with the business actually. We done a show at the Country Fair Festival, and it was kind of the first time I used my puppets to see, just to see how things go. And people were like, "Oh yeah, you're really good at this." I'm like, "Really?" And I actually made well, so it was just like people were just genuinely impressed by it, and I just thought, okay, this is the day I'm going to officially say I started my business.
Wow.
The rest is history, but I'm not trying to say that it's all been smooth. It's been rocky, and it still is rocky, but it was a special day.
How did you get into the element, that side of making them yourself? Because you could have just, I don't know, you could have just bought them off Amazon or something.
Well, my sister was helping me at the time. My sister's an artist, and she's helping me make some of the puppets. And to be honest with you, it's one of those things where I'm realizing with puppetry, you have to kind of do everything. So you have to, and you have to also maybe have a specialist in the type of puppetry you do, but you still have to kind of know and dabble in all sorts of puppetry. So you have to know like how to do shadow puppetry, or marionettes, or just have an interest in it, so you know exactly how to manipulate a puppet. Even object puppetry, you kind of have to understand. So puppet building is just a part of the puppet world.
Yeah. Tell me about, as a child, I tried my best to mimic being a ventriloquist. But my mouth was always moving.
Yeah.
How? Because I saw a lot of on your Instagram how you'd practice and you'd practice and practice. How do you go about perfecting? Like, can you go to school for it? Can you learn it, or for you, or you just self-taught?
Self-taught. I tried to go to, because I always wanted to learn it. So then I tried to Google ventriloquist schools, ventriloquism training. Couldn't find anything, and then I literally just went in the mirror, had my puppets doing my ABCs like I was in primary school, and then went from ABCs to then counting numbers, and then from sentences, and then after a while it just started to come natural and hard at first, and then you kind of just catch on to it, and then it works after a while.
Let's see a bit with Samantha.
Okay. I've got no pressure now. What's wrong? I'm tired, Del. What's all this about? Oh, hi.
Hey, what's up, Samantha? I wanted to just know how long you've been alive and been going for, and how you found working with Delvene.
Well, I was born in the sewing and craft store in 2016, I think. I don't know. Del, when was it made? I don't know. Last year. Oh, hi. Oh, what's all this? Oh, so good. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so nice. Oh. Sorry, what are you saying?
You're amazing. You're.
Oh, hi, Andy.
I wish I could do this, you know. My daughter, you know what? I'm gonna try and do it for my daughter because she would love it. So it's so true what you said as well, that like I'm obviously talking to you.
You've forgotten about her now, haven't you? It's night interview, 21 questions for me. 5 minutes, go.
All right, favorite TV program.
Sorry. I get carried away when Samantha comes out.
But can we have a round of applause in the comment section, please? Oh my gosh. Delvene, that's just amazing, man. Because obviously it's like we've all seen it done, but you're shaking the head. Like, we've all seen it done, but actually, I don't know, it's weird. Actually, how are you throwing that voice? Or is it just a distraction? Is her moving making me just focus on her while you do what you're doing?
I think so. I think it's one of those things where you're focused on me, because I'm great. I can't help it.
I think it really brings out the kid in like everyone. I think, like you said, when the adults are watching it as well, because I think it's almost like taking us back to the essence of magic and illusion. Like, we clearly know that puppet is not real, but our imagination.
Excuse me.
Our imagination projects onto Samantha, onto the puppet to say, no, it's what's happening right here, right now. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh man, I love it. I love it.
That's laugh.
What did you say?
I said, you're not too bad yourself. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Samantha. We aim to please. Thank you. Tell me about this investment. You invested £3,000 into your own DIY setup.
Much, you know.
Say again?
I talk too much, you know.
£3,000. Now, everyone always uses the slogan, invest in yourself, believe in yourself, invest. What did it really mean to invest £3,000 into yourself? Because now all bets were placed on you and you had to kind of deliver.
Yeah. So it was £3,000 in it since lockdown. So
okay,
before that, it was probably a lot more. But lockdown happened, and I decided to kind of focus online. So I wrote in my so I'm gonna go now. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Samantha.
Bye, good night. Log on. What are you saying in the comments? Oh, God. Yeah, she gotta go. Distracted. Yeah.
Oh man, amazing.
So lockdown happened, and I wrote in my vision board that I wanted to do like a YouTube thing and kind of have like a more of a TV show element, because I felt like my toddler group was there, but no one really, or my friends didn't really know what I did. They're just like, oh, how's that? So I thought, okay, I'm going to show them my art. So I decided I'm going to use this opportunity in lockdown to show people what I can do. I'm not a puppeteer. I'm not only a children's entertainer, but I'm also a content creator. Like, I mean, as you know, I'm also passionate about like editing.
Yes.
I haven't done that in such a long time, so I just would like, I use lockdown as an opportunity to go back into it, and it's just been great because people are like, "Oh, who's editing your videos for you?"
Like, me.
Like, and it's just been great just having that, just exploring into that and doing that again, kind of like, just going back to editing. I forgot how amazing how much I loved it, and it's been fun. So the investment, I think,
it's paying off.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What's the reality versus fantasy of starting your own business? Because in this climate, you know, especially on lockdown, there is this overemphasis for people to go and start your business. Now is the time. Be an entrepreneur. Don't work for anyone. But what would you say is the reality of what it takes to make it successful?
The reality is that it's hard. Like, it's actually genuinely hard. Like, you have to work in your own terms, your own hours. Like, you have to motivate yourself.
Yeah.
As well as having a side job, especially in the early stages. You might have to do something on the side to kind of keep you going. And that's also hard because you want to do your side job, you want to make money, but at the same time, you have to invest in your business. So you're like, what priorities, what money or like my business? What priority here? Like, for example, now, like, I'm still nannying because of lockdown. What happens? I gave up my nannying job in I think January, and then obviously lockdown in March, and then I have to go back to nannying now because, like, I'm not making anything really.
Yeah.
Because of and the fact that it was going so well in January, that I said, great, I'm finally at a position where I can kind of 100% be self-employed and work for myself. Boom, it changed overnight, literally.
Damn.
And yeah, you have to, there's so much, like, you have to constantly please people. Sometimes you get negative reviews and things like that.
And what are people saying?
So with my toddler group, you could have a bad day in my toddler group, for example, and then that one bad day, someone will go on Google and be like, this was a terrible class, I'll never again. And I'm like, really? Like, you didn't have to go on Google. You could have just said, oh, I didn't have a good time, or I couldn't see, sorry. You have to face some competition as well. I've had some issues with competitors, and that's been really, really hard, and trying to ignore them and not take things personally, realizing that, like, that was probably one of the hardest things that I've had working with, being kind of threatened. I wouldn't say threatened, blackmailed by a competitor. Was actually
blackmailed?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. See, you wouldn't think this even exists. In my mind, I'm thinking, it's all
I mean, like,
children.
A children's puppetry thing, and there's so much thing going on with other. Oh, don't worry, the majority of competitors work really well together, but then you do get the odd few that are like that have been really, really mean, because me coming in as a new person and like taking over the industry in a way didn't really sit well with a lot of people. So yeah, wasn't great. Yeah,
and that's always gonna happen when you are when you're doing well. You know, people are going to be looking at you. How do you stay focused? I mean, someone had a question here where they said sometimes the pressure to do your own thing is too much. How do you stay focused? Be okay. Abby 88.
Oh, oh, that's a really good question, actually. How do I stay focused? I think because I just genuinely enjoy what I do. Like, I genuinely have a love for what I do, and I want it to do so well that as soon as I wake up in the morning, that's all I think about. Like, what am I going to do for Little Crowns today? And my customers as well, I know that they have an expectation of me to do something. So I do a live stream every Sunday and I say hello to the kids via YouTube and Facebook. And because of that, they keep me motivated like all the time, because I know that they're going to expect something from me every Sunday. And that, that gets me up and gets me going.
Love that. I love that. Tell me about a time that give me a wow moment, a moment where everything just came together. It was just a beautiful moment where, I don't know, either you connected with a child or connected with a parent or a family. Something amazing happened. Give me a wow moment.
So I used to run my toddler group in Dulwich, and there's a few times where like the whole, like, this was East Dulwich Pitch House, and it was sold out every time, like a couple of days before. And it got to the point where like the queue outside the picture house was just
Come on.
bear in mind this is the same area where the competitor was, so you know why this happened. So I was just like, what is this, like, what's going on? And I was just in shock. And I had another venue in Brixton, I think it was the same week, and I opened the door and I was just like, it was like a line of people coming in, and I was just like, I'm actually doing this. And yeah, this was in like January, so it's not now. Yeah.
Does that success bring any? What am I trying to say? Does it bring anything new into your life? That type, when you see it becoming successful, whether that's confidence, whether that's your ego rising, and you've got to kind of keep that on.
Oh, stop it. No, I think I'm not. I know a lot of people think that I'm confident, but I do literally put myself down quite a lot, even though it doesn't look that way.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I think I have to keep saying to myself, okay, you're probably better than you think than you are. Yeah. But I kind of need it, to be honest with you, because
That's what it means.
Say, no, I'm not good. A lot of my friends that might even be in the comments, they know me. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this today. I'm not any good. And then I kind of need that reassurance from time to time.
We all do, man. We all do.
Yeah.
This year has definitely been a year for really shouting from the rooftops that Black Lives Matter, and really for us standing up as Black people in the Black community to say that what we've had in the past, no more, that we're coming for everything. And I noticed with Black History Month, you did a lot with the Windrush, and just in general, you seem to involve a lot of your culture, and you don't really shy away from, in a sense, being Black. How has that been, bringing that into this space where it's almost like a white space, and you're the only Black face? How has that been, and has there been any challenges?
Well, it was difficult because, let's be honest, the people that did come to my toddler group were majority white, which was absolutely nothing wrong with that. But like, I was almost nervous to be like, all right, special, you coming? But my aim, and even with Little Crowns in general, was just to have Black faces as the norm.
Yeah.
Because, there's a couple of like logos and images that I had, and I think the first thing, not everyone, or someone said was like, oh, why did you put like a Black person? Why aren't they purple? Why can't it be like, like inclusive, or everyone needs? I'm like, but if it was a white person, you probably wouldn't have said that. I've just noticed that like on TV, we're talking about diversity and things like that, but people only complain when they see like a black face. But if they saw a white face, it's just the norm. Create that from like, so children can see all races as just, and diversity as just the normal thing to.
Norm.
Yeah. There's no, oh, they're black, they're this, that. Yeah.
And that's beautiful, because even when you brought up Samantha, I forgot. It's so funny. How can I put it? I forgot that Samantha was black. Because I'm so used to seeing them green, purple, that for a moment it went over my head. Yeah. But when I started to watch your stuff more, I was like, no, this is a black puppet. If you were to put her in a box, she's a black girl.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, the more you do it, the reason I didn't see it is I've been watching your videos all this time, that it became the norm.
Yeah, it's just...
So now, I commend you and I salute you as well. Like, keep doing that, because young people are going to be, children are going to be watching this. Like I let my child, my daughter, she watches, JoJo and Gran and all these other programs where we're trying to normalize you growing up seeing different ranges of races and colors, within your. The more we do that, we can, if we're talking about equality, etc. That's going to come from the way that they see other people. So they've got to see something. They've got to see something different. Otherwise, they're going to assume life is, just one way. And so now, salute to you. All right, last question I got for you. You done well. You haven't.
Oh wow!
You haven't folded at all. I love it. Purpose is a very, very big thing for you, and chasing that purpose. Tell me how important it is for you for chasing your purpose, and in a sense for other people, how important it is for them to chase after purpose, chase after happiness.
I mean, I couldn't live my life just like, I think for a long time I pretended to not live my truth and not live within my purpose. And I'm telling you, from now, all of those facades that I did put on, it just failed. And it failed for a reason, because I know that I wasn't living in my true purpose. Yeah. And as I said, you know what, I'm going to live within my truth, that's when things started to work well. And people saying these things like, oh, I'm so proud of you, you're doing so well. I'm like, really? Like, this is only because I stepped out and I lived within my truth and in my purpose. So I would say to people as well, just honestly follow your, as cliche and cheap, you don't want to, but follow honestly your heart's desire, because honestly doors will open, and you won't know until you kind of step through that door and go into the journey.
Yeah.
There we go.
Delvene, thank you so much for joining us today, man. Seriously, I appreciate it, man. Guys, can we have a round of applause, please, in the comment section? You didn't use any of your past cards. So you do win a prize, and that prize is
a holiday.
If there was a holiday, you think I'd give it to myself first. But you get a front row seat to a new puppet show that has just started up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything open right now.
And so here is the first character.
How do I log off this thing?
But look, my mouth is not.
It? Really?
My mouth is not moving though.
You look. Oh, hello. Is that it? How do you log off, Delvene? This is crazy. I stayed up for that. Bad.
I'm bad. I didn't have a good prize today.
Okay.
But I need to work on that. But no, I think today I really was wanting to shine light on the amazing things you are doing. Someone said, not impressed. She's not impressed, boy.
Not at all.
I just want to shine light on what you're doing. I think it's amazing, man. I think it's it's so unique and it's so needed, you know. And so on the days that you feel down, on the days that you feel like, what am I doing? Just go and watch this back and be reminded, and just watch yourself. Just watch yourself talk, and the joy whenever you talk about children and whenever you talk about puppetry and what acting. Just remember, you're doing something that matters. It matters so much. So there's people that love you and support you and are proud of you. So just keep on doing it, man. We hope to see. Is BBC knocking on the door?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So not yet. They're coming. But thank you so much for today, man. Thank you for
all right.
Seriously. Samantha, great to meet you. And yeah, so, maybe you can meet my daughter one day.
Oh, tell her I said hi.
Yeah, we'll do. All right, take care.
All right, bye.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us for today's 21 questions. We got Delvene, man. She's just a lovely soul. And she's doing amazing things in a space that some people don't really know about, you know, and she's shining her light there. She's working in her purpose, but she's also, you know, working to represent who she is, her culture and everything, and her community. So please follow her, follow what she's doing, share. Thank you for you guys for joining us today. Big up Becky. She said, great interview. Big up Ascala, great to see you. Abby AK88 said, greatness, keep living your purpose. Olufemi said, it's a prize in Lou, don't worry. Guys, let me know how you found it in the comment section. Like I said, click the link in the bio after you finish this if you're staying up for a bit more time. Click the link in our bio, click the YouTube link, and you can watch all our episodes that we've done since the 16th of April. Yeah, 16th of April. We've done 30 episodes. Abby AK, thank you for joining us, man. You said it's the first one you've tuned into. We'll check out more. Please do. We've got like 30 episodes. And we're in lockdown. So you can just binge. We're going to be back here next Thursday at 9 p.m. With another guest. I've been your host, IC, and you can follow me on ICIE Music. Until then, take care, God bless, and big up Lockdown Thursday. Hope there's not a second one. Cowboy. Take care, guys.